Hello, everyone. Welcome to these interactive messages, your medicine for now. So, we are going to play a little game, spur of the moment. And so, just as we connect today, I would like you to take a few deep breaths. First of all, let me introduce myself to those of you who are new. My name is Lisa Lyle. This is my channel here on YouTube, and you can find me on social media, Wisdom of the Heart, on Facebook and Instagram. And my website is simplylisalyle.com. So it's an honor and privilege to connect with you today. And I feel excitement building at the time of the recording of these messages, and the recording date will be in the description box below. Not sure when they're going to be published. And as usual, I just simply trust the flow. When I'm guided to connect and record something, that is what I do. So, as we connect, I would really like us together to take a few deep breaths into our belly. So, with each inhale, our belly rises, and with each exhale, our belly drops back. And as you're doing this, just with each exhale, really releasing any tension that you're holding in your body. And with each inhale, welcoming in the love of God who is ever present in your experience. And what we're going to do at the end of that, you are going to choose one, two, or three to receive your medicine messages. And it's support, spiritual support, plant medicine support, and intuitive guidance direct from source that are going to help you navigate the energy that you're moving through in the current moment when you're receiving these messages. They are timeless and eternal, so whenever you come across them, I trust that there will be something here that supports you, and that, of course, there was a higher purpose that you landed here on this page. If you're brand new and you haven't yet subscribed, please do consider taking a moment to hit that subscribe button. It greatly supports this channel's ability to grow and reach more of our fellow children of God, those of us who are here on a planetary mission, which we do fulfill in this lifetime. That is the ultimate goal. So, some nice deep breaths. Place your feet flat on the ground. If you're laying down listening, lay back and really feel the support of whatever it is that's underneath you, whether it's the ground or a bed. And let's breathe. Okay, so from this space, tune into your intuition, tune into your heart space, and allow yourself to be playfully guided to the number one, two, or three. So, for those of you who were guided to number one, we are going to begin our frolic of playfulness with our beautiful tree family. And just as I connect, so for all of the messages, we're going to be working with the same decks. And as I connect, I'm feeling that the trees, and that flipped, I trust you saw that, really are encouraging us to get grounded and to really immerse ourselves in nature at this time. For those of you guided to number one, you got the Scots Pine, and it's number 19. 1 plus 9 is a 10. It's that Wheel of Fortune energy. And I have to tell you, Scots Pine, I remember when I said to someone, "Oh, look at that beautiful Scots Pine," and they're like, "Scots Pine? What is that?" And they are really unique trees. And so, and first of all, I'm feeling a really divinely solid, strong, masculine energy backing you. And that could be your very own energy. If you're a woman, I mean, all of us have masculine and feminine energies within us, obviously. And this feels that there is you are strongly supported by the masculine energy in your experience at this time. And as I was saying, that may just simply be you showing up for yourself in really powerful ways. And yet, there is a call here for you to really immerse yourself in nature, to really get out there and allow yourself to align with the energy of trees. And if you have a Scots pine, if you have Scots pine in your area, reach out and give one a hug, or perhaps like the figure in this picture, brace your back up against the tree and feel the support that you receive, and believe in the power of your uniqueness, in the power of your gifts. There's no one else here with your specific uh, experience, gifts, wisdom. We're each like a sacred key, a sacred code, a sacred seal, a sacred scroll to be unlocked from within, to unravel from within this often discombobulated, inverted, really tangled experience of being human. The next card out is from the Herbal Astrology Oracle, I believe, and it is the Mandrake. And so, what I'm really feeling is, well, first of all, this is a 45, so it's a 9. So, you're wrapping up a cycle that moves into this wheel of fortune. It's like the wheel has turned in your favor, and it's through your uniqueness that all your gifts, all your abundance manifests in this lifetime. Although it says mandrake here, I'm really feeling the energy of ginger. So some of you may be having upset stomachs or stomach issues, stomach trouble. Um, and that's not going to resonate with everyone. If that's you, incorporating more ginger into your diet is really going to support your digestive tract. It's also going to support your immune health as well. And then there's mandrake, and I don't know much about this herb, but the word on the card is sensuality. And I'm not even going to attempt to read the guidebook messages here because there's not enough light and my eyes aren't what they used to be. Um, it feels like, the sensuality, it's not our sexuality, it's not our sex conduct. It is the embodiment of the essence of who we are. And particularly as women, we have been shamed and blamed for, um, you know, being divinely feminine. And, I mean, what the heck else could we be? We were born into a female body, and it's about getting comfortable in our sensual expression. So that could be through dance, it could be through the way that we moisturize our skin after a hot bath or a shower. It could be just the way that we move. And so there's something about that. There's something about the way that you move. And again, if you've been having, issues within that solar plexus area, perhaps the issue is in the freedom of expression through that chakra, which is just underneath the solar plexus, that sacral chakra. And so it does feel like there has been some wound in this area, and it's not surprising for anyone on the planet at this time. And it's through the healing of that area, so healing of the wounds that took place between birth and the age of 14 is critical for us to move forward at this time. Um, the next card out from the Rainbow Warriors Awaken Oracle is this number 8, release, north. And so north is the direction of the ancestors, the elders. And this is really, this is black or white, they're saying. And the gray area, if you will, is the mental, it's the ego which presents through the mental body. And so again, if you're having trouble in the solar plexus chakra, chances are the head energy is quite off the charts, because the mental energy activates the ego that resides within the solar plexus. It's good to know that when we clear our chakras, that then we're activated. Instead of ego driven, we're spirit guided, and that is where we are meant to be. I really feel for you that there is this tremendous support of the divine feminine, of the mother energy, Mother Earth. And if you look at that figure down here, it's like a mother wrapping themselves around their child, and even more than that, their child's child. And so I really feel like this is a blessing, this is a kiss, this is a hug from the ancestors in spirit who love you unconditionally, even those that you never had the opportunity to meet in the flesh. We're talking 7 generations back. This is an 8, which is, at the time of recording, we're in the year of 2024. It is a universal 8 year. This year, it's all about getting comfortable with ourselves, the uniqueness of who we are, and then finding a creative way to express, to release our pain so that we can express and share our gifts with the world. We're not here for this solitary experience, although the spiritual path is rather solitary, because it's up to each of us to do that inner work, to dive into those places that nobody else knows exist within us. And yet it is those places that motivate everything that we do. And so if we're operating from a traumatized sacral root and solar plexus chakra, we're going to unwittingly perpetuate these traumatizing experiences. So it's really time to support yourself through the release. And you can work with the moon is a really beautiful visual way for us to begin to reestablish our intuitive connections, our innate connection to Source, a loving God who views us as his perfect children. And we are divine as a result of our birthright. The simple fact that we're here watching this, connecting, all of you watching and connecting, it's important for you to understand and know that you are divine royalty incarnate. And so conducting ourselves accordingly, taking that solitary walk of healing our own heart and reestablishing our strong and eternal connection to Source, loving God. Your spirit animal guide at this time is number 35. And that is an 8 again. So you've got double 8s. Luck is on your side, good fortune, abundance. And it really feels that by the time we reach the Lion's Gate, 8-8, there's going to have been a tremendous shift within your experience. This is the koala spirit, and spirit has a plan, yes. And we are just supposed to be present in the morning. I can't stop looking at the beautiful design on the face and around the eyes. And this is really going back to that very first card that came out, where the message was about unique expression, really allowing yourself to be seen. And that requires courage and, of course, healing, because we're not like the show off energy, the braggart energy, right? That's the ego. It's about allowing yourself to be seen as you are, which is this delicate, intricate flower of light and life. And so, really, I feel like as you show up for yourself, as you immerse yourself in nature, you are really going to more easily witness and be present for the unfolding of God's plan in your life. And finally, one more card here, and this is from, I don't know what it's from. I will put all the names of the decks in the description. I get better at that. So one more card for pile number one. And here it is. Memories. And it says, cherish memories of loved ones. Cherished memories. And at the end of this life, at the end of our physical experience, this is what we leave behind. It's not about the material things that we leave. It is about the love print that we leave in on this world. Never mind in the, lives of our loved ones in our family and friends circle. It is, we're all here to leave something for humanity. And so I feel like you are being celebrated, encouraged, and congratulated for, rolling up your sleeves and taking that solitary walk and, really um, seeking to heal from the experience so that you can reveal your uniqueness and your best self, your shining source self, this child of God, this child of light who came to shine. So keep up the good work. And there we have more of this really beautiful imagery here. So just take a look. Your intuition, I'm hearing, trust the purity of your heart and allow your intuition to lead the way. Whoa. And that's confirmation. Luna, stop. That's the little dog barking at the dogs next door. Um, so, for those of you that were guided to number one, those are your messages. I trust that they have resonated. Please do drop a comment down below and let me know how your message felt to receive. If you would like to work with me through a personal reading or any intuitive healing work, chakra balancing, anything like that, please do visit my website. And again, the link will be in the description box below. So thank you. Okay, so pile number two, we are going to start over here with the herbal oracle card, the astrological herbal oracle card, something like that, deck. And what I'm feeling for you, pile number two, is this is really about you recognizing that you are a medicine person, a medicine woman. They want three cards from this deck for you, and a fourth fell. So I guess I'm going to get that too. Ridiculous. So this one fell. So the three that came out, lemon balm. Oh my gosh. And you are an empath. You are incredibly sensitive and you are affected greatly by the external. So you pick up on people's energies. You seem, it's almost like you carry the weight of the world on your shoulder, and you may not even know that, or you may not know why you always feel so burdened or bogged down. And I'm going to say at this time, it's because your adrenal glands are stressed right out. And so it feels like for you at this time, it's really important that you begin to call in protection from God, Archangel Michael, direct from source, and really so that you're feeling more stable as you move through your day to day experience. And this is a number 52, and it says nurture on it. So, this is all about you showing up at this time for your physical body. What's going on in your body? Is your mind cluttering your experience? Um, are you having a good time? Are you overwhelmed? Are you stressed out with life? Um, Working with lemon balm is going to be greatly beneficial to you. It's so easy to grow too. And here in the Northern Hemisphere, we're just getting into growing season. So, growing yourself even a pot of lemon balm and making infusions with it, sun tea, or working with tinctures. Yeah, working with tinctures as well will be very helpful to support and bring some ease to the adrenal system. And that's really going to help your physical and mental health. Babasana, trust. Number 8, trust the process. Trust your heart enough to take action on the guidance that you are receiving. Again, we are at the time of recording in a universal 8 year. This is about each of us coming into our personal power through God, through Source, who loves us unconditionally, who has been with us since the beginning of time, has been with us through this entire experience of being human, and being alive at this time, and will remain. It's what remains when we move beyond the physical experience, when we move back to a higher plane of existence, if you will. So trust the purity of your heart. This is reminding me, if you watch the first video, oh, that's like a stopwatch dream catcher, but it's reminding me from the first one, the koala spirit. And spirit has a plan. Trust God's plan for you. A loving Father, the source of all the entire experience on this realm and beyond, heaven and earth. Trust your heart, trust your intuition. You are walking with generations of ancestors who love you unconditionally. This is a time, as you support yourself at this time, there is an upgrade happening within your DNA. Clear your space. Blessing. Number 6, Sage, your path of purpose. Working with Sage to clear energy. Remember, we were saying about calling in protection. This is about clearing the energy in your home space as well. Energetically working with the cycles of the moon. And if this is something that you want to deepen your spiritual awareness, your healing journey, you may really be interested in the monthly moon membership, and you can find details for that on the website. So in essence, what you get is 26 moons, so 13 new and 13 full. You can either do month by month, which is 22 a month, or you can dive in for the entire 13 lunations, and for $222.22, which comes to $8.50 each offering, so each cycle, which is I've never been guided to offer anything at that low bargain basement exchange before. So there's something big, and we're all in the midst of this really big shift. So working with Sage to clear your home space, clear yourself, smudge yourself, and really, as you're doing that, working with God and your ancestors who love you unconditionally, who are directly connected to God, to loving Source, to support you in this process. They will teach you. Ask for guidance and you will receive the guidance, as long as you're willing to listen and trust the voice within. Angel's trumpet. Death. Oh, so this is like a death and rebirth. It is the 46, which is a 10. So again, the Wheel of Fortune energy. The wheel is turning in your favor, and all that is required of you at this time is to show up for yourself, and allow the essence of God's light to move through your life. Death is simply a transformation, right? Like, there is no death. We are eternal souls. There's no death of the ego while we're in the physical form, and then of course the end of life when we transition back. Yet there, nowhere in there is truly death of our soul's essence. And this is a critical point for us humans to understand. While in the flesh, we're not just here to serve ourselves in the now and do what feels good in the now, and uh, acquire all these things. We're here for a spiritual purpose. We're here in service to the greatest and highest good of humanity, not just for this lifetime, for generations to come. And that is really the most important work on this planet at the time. Everything else is a distraction of the mind. And those who are toying with the mind, those who have a true understanding that we are divine. So, the energy that works against humanity is very well aware of how powerful we are and who we are. And so it's time for us to really step up. Oh, look at this. The zero energy, the the innocence card, the purity of our heart, right? The sacred fool. I've for years I have referred to myself oftentimes as a sacred fool because yes, I've been knocked down by life many times. I've made many choices that have knocked me down many times, and yet here I am, still shining, still here, still smiling, still like a really kind energy and uplifting. And I can make light of things. I can laugh at myself. I can laugh at the folly of the human way, right? And so this is a part of the role that I'm here for, is to support others to wake up to that through the ego death. And the purity and the innocence brings us back to our heart, who we are at the core as a soul. And so really embracing that energy, silly, playful. And they're just asking for one more card for you, and it's from the animal oracle here. So let's see for pile number 2, the sacred fools who are currently viewing. Okay, and again, you've got more than one. Oh, skunk spirit. That's funny. And again, this is a 9. It's a completion, wrapping up a lifetime of disrespect. Perhaps being disrespected by others, um, disrespecting the self, disrespecting God, disrespecting our hearts. And this is what I'm really feeling with this. Know your worth. So sacral chakra healing again. I cannot stress, and I'll say it until probably my last breath. The most critical work that we can do on the planet at this time for ourselves and for the collective is our healing work. And the most of the healing work needs to take place before most of the damage, the wounds, the trauma took place before the age of 21. And so it's that solar plexus, that sacral, and that root chakra that we must heal and we must feel in order to heal. And then we can really go out in the world knowing our worth, respecting ourselves, respecting our boundaries. And as we do that, others will do the same. And Wolf Spirit, one of my favorites. And it is 67, which is 13, the divine feminine energy. The leader of the pack. The leader of the pack needs to take those moments alone and to traverse the inner waters, the inner hallways on our own. And then we can come out and stand up, and stand in integrity and aligned with the truth that resides within us, and share in a way that gives others freedom to be themselves as well. The message on the card is turn knowledge into wisdom. And actually, I'm glad that we got that card, because the only way wisdom is pain healed, plain and simple. Wisdom doesn't come from books. Wisdom doesn't really come from knowledge. Wisdom comes from healing our experience, moving through our deepening spiritual understanding of who we are and why we're here. So get busy healing, because your healing brings to your experience an abundance of wisdom, which brings to you an abundance of um, joyful fulfillment. So, pile number 2, thank you so much for the beautiful healing work you do. Let me know in the comments down below if your messages resonated. Thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and if you'd like to work with me, all the information is in the description box below. Okay, so pile number 3, let us see. Busy bee, I heard, and so they're taking me right to the animal deck first. So for some of you, there's a need to slow down a little bit. It's like you're flitting around. And are you flitting around gathering resources that are at your disposal and extracting the sweetness out of life? Or are you flitting around with no real direction, no not from a grounded perspective. So that's just what came through. And you got three animal cards. And so let's see what we got here. The first one I saw is this number 41, Nightingale Spirit. Love is all around, and you are the love that abounds. And so, flitting around, in your flitting, are you filling your cup, or are you just keeping busy, being distracted, and not really focusing on the love that you are? It feels like almost a chase type energy. And so I'm being guided back to the last reading and one of their animal cards here, Know Your Worth. Don't chase, attract, magnetize, focus on yourself, focus on self-service. Because this is comes to a number 5, which is the number of change. And so what is it that you are being asked to change? And don't be afraid of the change. Look at that, you got another 5. So change is really important. And look how beautiful this rhino is. Overcome any obstacles. And I'm really feeling the obstacles in your mind. I feel it's feeling like you need some time to unwind. Take a rest, take a break, breathe, calm down, calm down, settle, 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 slow down. And then you're going to be able to know what it is, what your next step is. Because right now it feels like, um, have you ever seen like a moth or a fly, like, and they just keep banging into the light when they're flying, like they hit it and they bounce off and they hit it and they bounce off. That's kind of what it's feeling like for you. And the truth is that you're the light that came to ground down. You didn't come to keep bouncing and flitting around. You came to ground down and get serious about your life, the purpose that you're here for, which is love, in service to healing your beautiful heart so that you can have the most beautiful experience while in human form. Squirrel spirit, again, that's that energy. Squirrels run around, they gather nuts, they go, they hide them, and then they forget where they are. And so I'm feeling like it's about refocusing, regrouping, coming back to your heart, because all those little seeds and nuts are within you. And you've been looking externally for that which nurtures you when it's internal. Believe in yourself. Yeah. And so that energy 5 and 7, 12. Oh, yes. Like you are a channel of light. And, I'm seeing the acorns here, and it's like, the acorn was, or the oak tree was once a little nut that held its ground, right? And so that's what we have to do. We're all a little nuts, and some of us more than others. And it's about holding our ground and knowing that the ground we walk upon is sacred. We are sacred. So let's get some herbal guidance for you. Clear guidance for pile number 3. I trust these messages are resonating, and if they are, please do let me know in the comments down below. Yes, look at this passion flower. Surrender, 43, calm down, slow down, surrender. And then seek to remember what you're passionate about. Seek to remember, like, when you slow down, you will be able to feel that joyful pull of your heart, the call of your heart, what you're here for. Taking time daily in reverence and devotional practices to your spiritual essence. Making time for that every day is so valuable. I'm seeing the owls on the card and the white flowers here. And it's like the purity of your heart, as was told to pile number 2, is that wisdom is nothing more than pain healed. And when Owl came into one of my dreams many, many years ago, 12 or 13 years ago, I was so scared, because it like flew right into my third eye and then started to go down. And really what it was the deep dive into the shadow within me. Never mind the collective shadow. We're all seeing that, yet most fail to see it because they haven't even acknowledged that shadow exists within them. They haven't even acknowledge that they're in pain, that they're seeking and searching for something. And so many times we find ways to numb ourselves, whether it's through alcohol, drugs, food, sex, whatever, looking for a quick fix. Well, I'm here to tell you there ain't no quick fix. The sooner that we show up for ourselves, the sooner that we experience an ego death, and there will be many, um, the sooner we do that, the better off we will be long term, right? Because it doesn't, if we're focused and we discipline ourselves and we're committed to ourselves and understanding ourselves better and our healing, then that's the winning ticket. Ticket to ride, ticket to fly is what I just heard. Some of you might be old enough to remember that song, Ticket to Fly. Slip into something. Music. Rest, listen to some, relaxing music. Just like there is this call to unwind. So let's see what the Rainbow Oracle. And again, here we have Wisdom Northwest, card 7, your physical body. Stop flitting around because it doesn't feel very good. It feels like very ungrounded, very, and then it may, like, you may come off as like, oh, just happy, 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 happy to everyone around. But on the inside, you're like crying on the inside. That inner child is crying. That owl wants to fly down with you into the shadow so that you can tap into the innate wisdom that resides within you. There's nothing external, right? And if you're out there people pleasing and, begging for love, begging for support, I mean, it's not very becoming of divine royalty. And there's nothing, we're here to attract, magnetize, not chase, you know. You are supported by generations of elders and loved ones who seek only for you to experience bliss in this lifetime. So we're going to the next deck, but they're telling me to take the bottom card because I pulled the deck up, but there was one card left. So that's what we're doing. Oh, moving forward. Yes. Through the act of surrender, you are able to move forward in a more um, grounded, peaceful, and at ease way. And that doesn't mean that life slows down. It means that we show up for ourselves as life is happening around us. And when we do that, when you do that, you will be better able to navigate life. And you've got this beautiful bear spirit with you. Again, it's a polar bear. So the white, never mind the strong and protective energy, this is coming back to the purity of heart, the innocence, where it all started for you in this lifetime. Honor your truth, accept your truth for what it is, because nothing can be changed. You can only focus on being the change going forward, and you are supported to do that. The message on the card is get ready for positive change. I love when everything is just confirmation. And so the biggest lesson is to slow down, calm yourself down, breathe deep. Did you get, oh, you got the passion flower. I'm being guided back to the second reading, the pile number 2. And this was about lemon balm. So that's just come in for you too. So working with lemon balm to calm yourself, to calm your nervous system and your adrenal glands, working with your breath to do that. And that comes through your path of devotion and dedication to sacred self-service. And you are so very worth it. So I trust your messages have been supportive to you. Please do let me know in the comments down below. Stay tuned. If it hasn't, I don't know. Stay tuned because I don't know when this is going to be released. But soon there is going to be a free monthly giveaway to either an intuitive healing session or a reading with me. I'm not quite sure yet. And those are going to be gifted to those who subscribe to the channel within the month and those who comment down below. Everybody's name is going to go into a little pouch. And then at the end of the month, we are going to have a winner. And I can't wait to connect and work more closely with each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. I trust something here has been supportive to you. I'm very expressive if this is your first time with me. This is how I roll, the Sacred Fool energy. And so I just want to say, I see you, I feel you, I love you. Thank you so much for slowing down, showing up, and your healing, which is a great gift to humanity, one for which I am eternally grateful. So until next time, everyone, take good care. And show yourself you care.